Hey guys, boy, I tell you what, I am. Holy cow, I'm behind. I am. Can you hear this dog? Hey, bud, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Anyway, I survived. I survived today. I'm here now. How's everyone doing? Cindy Lou Hoot, how are you doing? Texas Jen, how are you? Karen, how's it going? Ontario, Canada. You know, there was something about Ontario came across. I don't know. I was watching some video and they were telling about town names and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. You know what? I actually like this. Hi from Ontario. Randy and Robin. Hello from Oklahoma. Guys, this is kind of cool. Where are you from? I'm from Tennessee. Blue Tick Coonhounds. I went to University of Tennessee. It's yeah. Here we go. There you go. Anyway, Rabbit, how are you doing? I know she's out in Kansas. Um, let's see here. Sarah Winks, how are you? Sarah Winks looks like you had fun in your avatar. I'm an avatar person, y'all. I'm an avatar. Uh, Sorende Fitch. I remember you the first time. I was like, I can remember Fitch. I know I can pronounce that one right, but I'm not too good at some of these names. Um, what? When you popped up, YouTube sent me over to MG Laws for later tonight. That's so weird. MLS. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? MLS, how you doing, buddy? Well, I had a dental appointment and we were out there and we went to this place. They have I know this sounds weird, but they have the best barbecue nachos. They're so good. Oh, they're so good. And but we wanted something else, and we're trying to figure out like, well, what else do we get? You know, I mean, what goes with barbecue nachos? My suggestion was another plate of barbecue nachos, but we settled with salted caramel, white chocolate chip, and macadamia nut skillet cookie with a scoop of ice cream on top. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm very lucky to have White Rabbit take her dinner tonight. I was very happy. We had a good time, and came back or saw MLS was coming on as we were going in, and I was like, oh, here's what's so funny. We had to go to the grocery store. Grocery store's next door to it, Dave, and walk around the grocery store doing all this stuff. Get back in the car, and I hear your voice, and I'm like, what's going on? And I thought for some reason it hit me for a split second. I was like, is he, did he hear me in the grocery store? Because that'd be hilarious. I know. I had your stream playing. I didn't hit it off. So anyway, man, it's good seeing you again though. And you're streaming tomorrow morning. I saw. Guys, MLS is a good friend of mine. He's a wonderful guy. Meet him at Dollywood if you guys want to come down. Fubar, how you doing? Teresa, how is it going? Laura Shields, howdy from Texas. You know, I saw today the dogwoods are starting to bloom. The dogwoods are starting to bloom here in Tennessee. Love dogwood trees. I just saw your avatar. Made me think about it. Jody Chance, hello from Onuk. Oh my gosh. When you're on a stream, sometimes you have to stop and be like, is that a real place? Or is somebody messing with me? And I believe this is a real place. Owning cock. You can see mine. Oh, thank you. Jumped over from DUI guy stream. Yeah, I didn't know DUI is on. So some of you guys, I don't know DUI guy. I mean, I know of him, but I don't know him. So anyway, just peeking, how's it going from Maryland? That's so cool. Tracy Simpson, Leslie, Michigan. So cool. Jay Lee Got, as we call him Levy over here. Howdy from Texas. Randy wanting to move to Tennessee. Tennessee's pretty full. Tennessee's pretty full. Where'd you say you're from? Um, I can't remember right now. Greetings from the gnome. Hey, Naomi. That's what I'm gonna start calling Andy. Sarah Winks, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a beautiful state. Absolutely love it. I've got family up there. Texas, Jen from Texas. She is. Oklahoma, Cindy. Serende, Miss Fitch. That is where our buddy MG Law is from. Assuming he's not from there, but that's where he practices everything. South Carolina, beautiful state. Absolutely love South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina is a little gem that so many people don't know about. Cool Gamer, how's it going, bud? How is it going? Heidi Prayas, Northwest Ohio, listening as I drive. The end of a 13-hour day. Oh boy, 13 hours. That gets to you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Lindy Lazare from New York. That is awesome. I've never made it to New York. I've never made it past Pennsylvania. I looked at New Jersey across the bridge from Philadelphia. Looking back, I don't know if I should have gone there or not. Anyway, gosh, I gotta catch up here. Broken Baker. He is from that place. Melanie, how are you doing? Love Bug, how's it going? Western North Carolina, close to Asheville by any chance? Asheville's a beautiful area. Western North Carolina is another gem on of itself. Cherokee, so you go over the Smoky Mountains, and you get all the way down to the tip of it. You're right next to like Chattanooga and Georgia. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Crazy ass Florida. Hey, listen, I want to tell you guys, I did look at the map for a little bit of Otter Creek, and I was like, man, you know what? I love that part of Florida. I love it. I absolutely do. Keith Gregory, how are you doing? Yeah, actually, I do remember you being from Kentucky, Keith. That is awesome. Teresa Finn, you and you guy on the same live. My sides would hurt too much from laughing. Uh oh. Well, I don't. He doesn't want to schlep on my channel, I'm sure, but he does have a impressive channel. Bro Baker, what are you doing awake? He is, yeah, he should be asleep. You're right, Cindy LaHoot. I'm glad you're looking out for him. Maine. I know I've talked to one person from Maine. Actually, I had an uncle by marriage from Maine. Very cool. I cannot remember where in Maine. And of course, the Bush family is from Maine. I think I got that right. Mike Coutura, how you doing? Debbie S. from Colorado, out there with Andrew Branca. I stuck on Bronson. We'll have a great stream. I'll try that sleep people talk about. Broken Bakerman, I do not know how you do it. Do not know how you do it. How you doing, Peter? Weaverville. Oh, that's cool. You aren't far from where our Friday Night Live. Well, I was gonna say our token blonde, but I don't think she wants to be blonde anymore. But anyway, Danielle is from not far from Weaverville. Anyway, yeah, Asheville though, beautiful area. Oh, wait, Weaverville is that Weaverville is on the side from Asheville going towards Tennessee, going over there towards Irwin and all that, right? I knew somebody from Weaverville. Boy, I haven't. That's one of those Obi-Wan moments. I have not thought of that in a long time. Sharon, did you watch Hale Hong Kong Call from Donald? Yes, yes. So here's the thing. I do have that up. Um, yeah, Weaverville. I love Bug. I've never been in Weaverville proper. But driven past there a lot and did know someone from there. Can't remember her last name. Her first name was Jessica. ID Crisis, how you doing? Dude, that is unbelievable. Um, so this is my buddy ID Crisis. He posted a Twitter today. I recirculate it, whatever you do, repost it. You go to Twitter and you'll see it. He's like, "Thanks, Amazon, for first you delivered to the house across the street, then this happened." Oh my gosh, poor ID. He comes out of his house. He starts walking across the street. Stepped in a pothole. Boom. If I didn't love the guy, I wouldn't have laughed. And I laughed very, very hard. Born and raised in Maine, Oklahoma now because U.S. Air Force career. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Wow. Um, I cannot remember his name right now. I've streamed with him before. He lives in Maine. Gosh, Jessica Reloaded and Motsy Dame, their buddy. I can't remember. I'm having a hard time. Um, oh, it was muddy ground and worn out flip flops. Yeah, he's using the Jimmy Buffett excuse, y'all. Blew out his flip flops, stepped on a pop top. Yeah, don't. What it is that ID Crisis is like a dude's dude. You know, like he does all the stuff with his hands. He's like he can fix anything, but he didn't fix the pothole in his driveway. Oh, I'm giving you a hard time, bud. Give me a hard time. Anyway, how you doing, Jody? Did I say hi to you all right? If I did, say hello again. It's never too many hellos. Tracy Simpson, how are you doing? Guys, I know I feel like I'm a little slow today. I do feel slow. Hello, living my best life. I have not seen you in a hot minute. Anyway, did I say hi to Miami Spice? I don't think I did. Guys, so this was a real scary. So here I am. I had to go to dance today. That sucked. Um, Today is one of those days you wake up and you don't expect it. You don't know how to handle it already. But I got through the hey, I see you, Brad. How are you doing? I have a WHT bug now. Yes, I'm trying to capture the whole thing. I see you, Brad. It's amazing, isn't it? Like how do we not know about them? And it's funny. I have two videos. I don't want to stream the whole video they released today, right? I'm not going to do that. You watch their video, you can get your own reaction to it stuff. I would like to go over some highlights of it though because there's a lot of scary stuff on there. Scary stuff. Um yeah, it's just it's wild. Oh, hey, also I just realized that. So I got a couple of things happening. Uh Okay, so MG Law has a link up that he's going to be streaming later on. I know he's going to be doing some more what the hell stuff. I've already had this one set up to go over to him. I need to go over and say hi to my buddy Traveling Fools. He's having a show tonight, invited me on. Which I didn't know until I was setting all this up. So I'm going to, at some point, do not let me forget, I'll give you guys Traveling Fools link if you want to go hang out. If you want to get away from everything, he's a pretty cool guy. He's got really good shorts. Really good shorts. They're Columbia. I don't know. Anyway, listen, I hope you guys are doing really well today. I hope today's a great day, and I hope it was a better day than Jeremy had, right? Holy cow. Dude, I don't know how to react to that. Scott and Chris, how you doing? Our favorite squirrel. I need a moose. Oh my gosh, how's it going, Nolanator? You know, I had to make sure and look up because I said something about the only Nolan I know is Nolan Ryan, and yeah, 5,000 strikeouts, which I gave that I called MG Law that because he was a pitcher, like the guy he got scholarships to go to college to throw ball. And anyway, so I called him because he got 5,000 subs last night, which that was so exciting to be on stream with him when that hit. Holy cow, guys. You know what? Yeah, it was such a great thing. It was so awesome. Barbara Schrock, am I wrong? Didn't Jeremy say they were calling Levy County Sheriff and this guy answers? Did I have a brain fart? Yeah. Okay. So I just want to go over the beginning of it. Bonnie, I was a DUI guy. Yeah. I don't know what DUI guy had. Hello from Lynchburg, Virginia. I know I had a friend from Lynchburg. I always give him a hard time because I said Lynchburg, Tennessee's the better one. Better Lynchburg because we got Jack Daniels there. Yeah, so he's gonna call the sheriff, and that guy answers. Which there's a lot of weird things. Yeah, that's what's weird, right, Darlene? That's the weird thing about it. Hambone, appreciate you so much for the subscription. And you know what, Hambone? That is so funny. I had to stop and I had to give a good look at your avatar. I have a friend of mine I went to UT with, right? And he called a guy Hambone, man. He wore out Hambone. And the guy's name was Hamilton, but he called him Hambone. And I don't know why. And I was like, dude, that's not an insult, man. You know, that's not an insult. People like ham bones. That's how you season stuff properly. That's a good thing. People fight over that, but he did, man. It was so funny. I don't know why. Um, so anyway, thank you so much for your subscription. Yeah, it mean a lot. It means a lot to me. Thanks for reminding me. Just your name, man. It just brought back a lot of great memories for me. Thank you. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. How are you doing? Hello from Alaska, not AK, Alaska, not Arkansas. I love it, Carolyn. Carolyn, we've got several people in here from Alaska, which I find that's an honor to me. I think it's amazing that Alaska, man, it's the last frontier. I can't imagine you guys are watching some goofy guy in Tennessee tell jokes and is that the possum? Is it an avatar? No, I don't have a possum. Um, oh, they were speaking Chinese first. Okay, so I had this playing, and I told my wife, I said, "You gotta come in here and watch this, right?" If I understood right, John filed a lawsuit against Lynette and John for extortion in federal court today. Jeremy did yesterday. Yes. Um, yeah, there you go. Jeremy did. I do not have the thing. MG Law has it, okay, and he was going to get it today and do a reading of it. I am sane. I love it. Became a new member. You know what? That looks like almost looks like you got a cavalry hat there. I know it's not, but it almost does. Which I don't know why cavalry made me think about the general. Guys, I want you to know, like I was watching Jeremy on the stream. Thank you, I am saying, for becoming a member. I will have those links up. If you are a Discord member and you sign with your YouTube account, you're already automatically signed in. But I will have the links up later on, and we are going to have to do a. You guys, let me know. We'll do a movie night here. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What's this weekend look like? Man, we can do it anytime. We can do it anytime you guys want to. Um, I do not know, and I have to find where. Okay, my notepad's over here. I got a light sitting on it, but yes, I will have to do it. Uh, Larjo, how are you doing? There we go. Look at that. Volstorm, how are you, sir? Guys, this guy knows where all the secrets are. He knows all my secrets, okay? The expert, it's cavalry, not cavalry. What'd I say? Did I say cavalry? Cavalry. Oh, cavalry. Cavalry. Man, you know what? It's cavalry. It's the way I said it. Whatever I said, it is. And I love the smell of napalm in the morning, too. Um, how you doing, M. Louder? Bonnie, Bonnie, I can't click it. Bonnie, how are you? Um, hold on here. You just confused me a lot here. You just confuse me a lot. Hang on. I can't do this fast enough. I can't do it fast enough. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Crystal Smith says, hi from New Jersey via Knoxville. Crystal, you can't be doing that to me. That confused me too much. Will I be seeing you in Neyland Stadium in a few months? Oh, man, I want to go to a baseball game. Can watch Tales from the Crypts. Okay, so it is about Lynette. She's the crypt keeper. Look at this thing's moving. Okay, so, oh, crap. Let me see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can. Somebody sent this to MJ. By the way, yes, the movie night thing, that reminds me. Guys, if you are an Amazon Prime member, we can do movie parties, and we have a chat. It's just like this, okay? Just like this. So that way we're not talking over each other and stuff and pausing movies and everything. And we can watch the movie, and we can talk back and forth. Iris, how you doing, babe? Good afternoon. How are you doing, Rare? Stop it. ID Crisis. You're killing me. Let's see if I can pull this up. Maybe I can't. Oh, I think I can do this. Guys, don't tell MG Law I did this, okay? Do not tell you guys. You guys got pinky promise, okay? Because MG sent this to me, so it's his to play with. Somebody sent it to MG Law. He sent it to me. We're gonna see how this sounds. If this works, I don't know if it does or not. Okay. Warning. It's got some foul language, just like a word or two.
My name is Lynette, Michelle Lacey, Alexis Scammer, Dog Shit, Turtle Lady. Preston and I 100% support MG Law and the Expert. Subscribe to their YouTube channels.
Did you guys hear that? Did that work? I don't have my comments up. I just realized. I don't have, I have everything messed up. Hang on. Did that work? Okay, awesome. You guys, I was scared there for a second because I couldn't see the comments stopped on StreamYards. And I was like, oh, what's happening here? Tile window to the left. And then I'll go back over here. There we go. Okay, now I've got stuff the way I like it. I was wondering what was wrong. And it was me. Is that not hilarious? So MG Law sent that. He said DJ Radis sent that to him last night. Yes, it is. It is, Melanie. It's DJ Radis. Yes. DJ Radis sent that to him last night. Is that not awesome? And by the way, yes, thank you so much, Rabbit. And you know how we like to party here. Hang on. Boom, boom, boom. Where'd my thing go? I forgot how to turn off the loop for a second. I'm sitting there and pushing, but I'm like, why isn't this stopping? I was like, oh, yes, the loop. Rabbit, thank you so much. Yes, Jeremy said he heard, do you have the AI turned on in the beginning of the call? Jeremy said that he heard, do you have the AI turned on at the beginning of the call? What? What now? Double dog. What the hell? Crazy China Donald. Wonder if his hair's orange. Smell like good old boy VPN scam. Thomas, you're guilty as the court of public opinion. Yes. And I know what ours wanted. Ours wanted to hear this. This is what she wanted. Ours is like, you know what I love? More than Wiggles. I love Friday nights.
Okay, just listen, man. Listen, I think the Friday night thing is a great idea in theory, but maybe just get a lot of people on a stream. No drama on a Friday and see how it goes.
Thank you, Iris. It's pronounced Irish, I believe, but it's spelled for me Iris. I apologize. The nose is too realistic. See, why would they said they were trying to sue for 30-50 million? Yes, Raymond. The full call. I've got it pulled up. It is actually. Let's see. Here it is. Sorry. So I've got it pulled up, and I want to listen. There's a few parts there at the beginning I want to go over with you guys. Here's the thing. You guys ready for this? I left my earbuds in the other room. Yep. 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 So, this is an AI setup for sure. One is ways to make fake videos for phone calls LP. They can also use the number he called from to look like the calls are coming from him. Oh. See, I think the guy is just an expat living in China who's off his meds. So, you know what? It's just a crazy dude, McKinley. How you doing, McKinley? It's a crazy call. I watched it with yes, I watched it too. And thank you, Pam. Let me get my earbuds, okay? I'll tell you what my wife said when she watched this thing. And let's see here. Let me I'm probably already demonetized. Do we now? I don't know. Oh no, it's still monetized. Well, then I'm not gonna play the demonetized music, which is hey, you what? I'm gonna turn this off. Here's what I'm gonna do. Add to stage, okay? And then that way, if I'm gonna pause this, I'm gonna go like this. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna play this. While I'm gone, I'm gonna play this. Sorry, gosh, man, I'm slipping.
She has to be safe where she can claim she knew nothing about this. It's, she will give a signal of when you are there and then leave.
I just got back from the Levy County Commissioners meeting where a deputy came up front to me, which I don't even know how the deputies knew that I was even there, and said, Lieutenant Tummins says this is for you, and says, I don't know what's on it. This document is beyond concerning. First thing that's concerning is, why do the Levy County Sheriff Department know where I'm at on this morning? They never contacted to call me. They never came to my properties. They're not on the security cameras. They were informed from the get-go that I was at the Levy County Commissioners meeting, a monthly meeting. And I went there for the first time because there was reported corruption happening. And so we were asked to be there to cover it. And then this document goes in my hands. This document states that somebody contacted the Levy County Sheriff Department and says that somebody has ordered a hit on me. They beg and plead that we reach out to them through their email, which we have done. And now we have the phone number and we're about to call. I'm going to share with you.
Okay, so found my earbuds, I think. Hang on here. I had them on noise canceling. No. Okay, good. Oh, cool. I can hear. So, all right. I think all of you guys have probably already watched this, right? When we get into this, what I want you to focus on is what this guy, his mannerism, what he's saying, but here's the main thing. Here's the thing that gets me the most. And, oh, by the way, I just saw Texas Jen. Hold on, wait for it. But what I want you to think of is this is terrifying. I'm so proud of Jeremy for confronting this head on. I mean, I've never had to like imagine a cop. Okay, a cop walks up to you, they hand something. I'm immediately like, I don't like to be handed things because I'm thinking I'm being subpoenaed. I'm like, no, I don't like to be handed things. Sorry. No, but that doesn't happen in your everyday life, right? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. And then to think that these people are out here going after them, you know? Is Hong Kong Louis, is he just some dude on the internet? Because that happens. That happens. There's just some dude that'll come in and just harass stuff just because they like to see the world burn. Or is this something, would you take this serious? Well, yeah, you have to. I think you do. I mean, I really do. If I got something like that, I'd be like, I was at around 500 subscribers. And I had a very bad person try to come after. I don't know. I don't know when you say come after. I don't want to get into it too much. But made me rethink how I handled a lot of things. I bought more cameras. Started giving the dogs less food, so they're hungry. I was kidding. No, but for a while there, you're like, this is weird. And this person was mad at me because I didn't like a girl that he liked. It's like, why would I ever like a girl I'm married? Stop being weird, dude. Anyway, let's get back over here to this. If you know what, buttons are the hardest part for me.
What the sheriff deputy put in my hands. Secondary, once we got this, we emailed the individual and we got another email back, and we can't get this individual on the phone, but I'm going to share with you the email from the individual.
No, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Odd. And I don't say that term anywhere near enough for Otter Creek. This says, this is to the Levy County Sheriff Office. So everybody can see right up there, this came from a deputy put in my hands during the county commissioner meeting. And it says it is from Donald. And it says 6:52 Tuesday in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is 16 hours ahead of Levy County. I'm a Florida-born American currently outside of the U.S. with critical information that Jeremy Hales urgently needs to hear as it affects his legal case and potentially even his life. What is coming at Jeremy is both a legal attack and, if needed, in parentheses, you can see right there, a hit job. If needed, a hit job and or arson. What is coming... I just read that line to you.
Love you talking trash and trees.
The one after that. This is for his ears only. I just allowed it for the world's ears. By the way, if anything ever happens to me, please know it was never an accident. It was never, ever an accident. And everybody should dig as deep as possible to figure out the truth of what really happened. I can only inform him, and it's time-sensitive and actionable intel. I came across this information firsthand and by coincidence at length, and it's extremely serious that Jeremy be informed of this directly and immediately. Upon Jeremy contacting me via email, I'll provide my number and full name. I've left this message on a website that supposedly screens contacts and now sending a copy to the local sheriff in Levy County to convey to Jeremy, we need to talk ASAP. And then he has an email address. Now, I've already emailed, okay? I have no idea what the website is that apparently in here says screens contacts, but we have not received anything in regards to any of our platforms. And while all of our platforms...
You guys ever hear the story of Oh, who's that little girl? John Benet Ramsey. John Benet Ramsey. Y'all know that story? It's a horrible one. Well, one day, everybody just thought, here's this guy. He said that he did it. He's coming. Has to be extradited back from. Good. I don't have a dog behind me. Back from Taiwan. He admits to it. You know, the case is solved. This is great. They get this guy back over here. No, he's just a weirdo. Okay, like he just followed the case. He wanted to be part of. He wanted to be in the limelight and everything else. Go to find out that John Benet Ramsey. There's about 3 people every year that admit to doing it, and there's a guy right now in jail who's totally like I did it. Like he has like details and stuff like that. He says it is crazy how the crazies are, but that's why they're crazy. So you know it's like I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and make light of this at all because, man, Jeremy, George, guys, please cover your 6, man. Always keep your head on swivel. As I can tell everybody, this is stupid. And here's the thing: who knows? You know, there's somebody out there that says, Lynette's a pole dancer. I could be her hero. I could save her. All those words that we joke around about. There's somebody out there. There's some dude, maybe some chick, that's sitting there thinking, if I did this, she'd really love me. Remember, who was it? John Hinckley? Ronald Reagan? He did that to get Jodie Foster's attention. Crazies, y'all. Crazies. So please always be careful.
Do screen and our platforms such as Facebook, such as YouTube, they automatically block certain things. And some of those words that he said would be automatic blocking on those platforms. We can't find anything from him. So what we do have is sent him a message, and I'm going to read it to you right now, and said at 3:55, or excuse me, at 11:55, I'm all over the place right now. No, at 11:35, okay? Because we just got out of the meeting. Then we had a meeting with one of our attorneys, Mark Feather! Wonderful meeting. But during that time, George actually emailed him with a copy of that paper that was given to us by a deputy. And it says, what information do you have regarding this attached email you sent the LCSO? And at 4:02 p.m., we received a very, 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 very lengthy email. Extremely lengthy. I mean, it's almost like one of Lynette's rants. So I'm just going to share it with you. Now, George and I receive a lot of things, literally well over 1,000 pieces of communication on all platforms every single day. And it is, some days it is completely and totally impossible just to keep up. And some days I get no sleep because it's one of my responsibilities to attempt to keep up. But this one's out there. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. This one is definitely out there. At 4:30 on Wednesday, today's Tuesday for us, right? So 4:30 Wednesday for them, this must be 4:30 a.m. It starts off with saying, please inform me who you are. I'm aware that Mr. Hales is incredibly busy. We were definitely busy. We were at a county commissioner meeting. Then we had a lawyer meeting. And now we're back at the schoolhouse. And here we go. But I need to speak with him. This information cannot go through others and risk being diluted or given incomplete. So I do not seek anything from Mr. Hales but a few minutes of his precious time. Got more than that right now. I think we're over a few minutes already. Hong Kong is 13 hours ahead of Florida. Please inform me via email or WhatsApp when it's convenient for Mr. Hales to talk, which I already did, and whether he prefers to call me or have me call him. History. Please inform Mr. Hales that I came into possession of this detailed information when a friend invited me to lunch in an Indian restaurant to discuss / edit / rewrite drafts of his outgoing business emails. For almost 4 hours, hang on tight, this is a long one, and there's a lot of info here that I don't understand. For almost 4 hours, we were seated approximately 8 feet next to a group of 8 men, 6 Indian and Pakistani ambulance chasers. I have no idea how you know that they are Indian or Pakistani or ambulance chasers, but this is
So I'm in Hong Kong and I'm going to make this very serious. Let me tell you what, guys, when you send stuff to the authorities, okay, you have some serious, you actually know something, don't make references to ethnicities you don't know. Don't don't make references to, don't disparage professions. Doesn't make for a professional looking communication. Oh, hey, you see those Pakistani ambulance chasers over there? Get away from the window.
This is what is written. And so I want to make sure that everybody understands that we mean no disrespect. I'm only reading what was written to me. And I want to make sure everybody understands that God created us all in His beauty, His diversity, and we celebrate that diversity and love that diversity. It would be a boring world if everyone was just like Jeremy Hales. Might be a little bit more exciting if there was a lot more Georges, but that's besides the point. Okay. For almost 4 hours, we were seated approximately 8 feet next to a group of 8 men, 6 Indian and Pakistani ambulance chasers, discussing having spoken again with Miss MS Nasty Gal. Now, I want to make it very, very clear. I don't know who Nasty Gal is, and maybe his email will give us some insight, but he states
Miss
that
Nasty
these
Gal?
6 Indian, Pakistani ambulance chasers have spoken with Miss Nasty Gal and what to do against Mr. Hales. Because of the 2 Caucasian men, conversations altered between English and Hindi, which my friend listened to and discreetly took notes. I could see several copies of the same enlarged satellite map of Mr. Hale's property. So you can see right here, I'm going to have it under my finger, of Mr. Hale's property. Now, this is concerning for me because I know exactly how many properties I own. As a matter of fact, I was recently questioned on all of my properties, and after I was questioned, I forgot I own more properties. So I don't know which property this is in regards to. I have no clue. I do not know. I've been in real estate since the age of 21. At the age of 20, I bought my first property. I became a landlord at the age of 21. I am now 46. And as I've said so often before, the greatest investment you can ever make is real estate property. And so God's not making any more of it. And the government gives you incredible tax incentives. So if you've got extra money, invest it in real estate. Okay, so he goes on to say, I could see several copies of the same enlarged satellite map of Mr. Hale's property and copies of a printed map. Remember, he's in Hong Kong right now at an Indian restaurant with his buddy. And with lines in various colors marking alternate routes to access Mr. Hale's property. Again, I don't know which property this is, but I can tell you my main properties, number one, are all covered with cameras. So there is no way to get to any of the properties without being seen on camera. And number two, there is only one entrance on both main properties. And I know what you're thinking. You go, is that the ranch? Yes, the ranch. And is that Hale's headquarters? Yes, that's Hale's headquarters. And so there's cameras everywhere. Nobody can get anywhere with the cameras everywhere. Well, you could get somewhere, but you're going to be arrested pretty quick, or you're going to be you're going to be met with hostility pretty quick. So again, I don't know which property. This just says property. It does not say properties. So routes to access Mr. Hale's property and what they would have done to it if the latter became necessary. Green circles were around the buildings on Mr. Hale's property and were numbered. Again, this doesn't identify which property because we have multiple buildings.
Okay, hold on here. So this is where I need that cork board. So this guy saw this on the table at dinner. Is that right? So the Pakistanis and the Indians, or is that what he said? By the way, Pakistanis and the country of Pakistan and the country of India, they don't like each other very well. And they're both nuclear powers. So, yeah, okay. Get paper, take notes for this one. Trust me. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Got Reggie the chicken over here guarding my paper. I need to find my pen I had. Let me find that pen. But let's do this.
Buildings, not only on the even our warehouse, multiple buildings. So this does not clarify what property we're even talking to. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to call the lieutenant who wanted this email sent to us. We're going to call him in a bit because I think I'm going to forward this to him so he has this on hand as well. And a printed map, also enlarged with lines to various colors marking alternative routes to access Mr. Hale's property and what they would have done if the latter became necessary. Green color circles were around the buildings on Mr. Hale's property and were numbered. I'll give Mr. Hale's more details when we chat. My friend and I had tea while the men at the table next to us were finished having a brandy lunch and were loud, boisterous, describing scenarios and actions against Mr. Hale's that would result in a huge settlement. Now, let's clarify one thing. What the Hales is worldwide. Planet, to appease Judge Craig DeThomasis. So what the Hales goes all around the planet. The likelihood of somebody sitting in a restaurant and hearing 8 men discuss action against what the Hales in Hong Kong, I'm not into stats, but I don't think the percentages are very high. But we're still reading this.
Yeah, so hang on a second. Yeah, that's a little weird. So we're gonna get him for, what was it, $30 to $50 million. Guys, if you try to get me, nobody, you lose money. You lose money in the effort. You know, I mean, this is so crazy. Yeah, I mean, okay, so right here, look. It's true. You don't know who's out there. You have no idea. You know, that's one of the things it's like Twitter. My Twitter account, I don't have very many people follow me. But one time I looked up everybody who followed me and I was like, holy cow. I probably have more politicians. I had more politicians following me. Like, and it was their actual accounts, like from like campaigns and stuff like that. Like I knew like they were the ones that read. Then I had people that weren't politicians. I was like, oh. That's weird. You know, I'm some weirdo with like, you know, we'll say like 100 followers. And it's like, you don't know what you say, how it can influence somebody. I mean, think about that. It's how weird that is. You don't know if the guy next to you is, you know, who he is riding in the elevator with you. So, yeah, you always have to be careful about what you say. When I say careful, I mean just make sure you say some intelligent stuff. But I'm kind of with Jeremy. Like, what's the odds of like this dude happens to be in this restaurant, listening to these loud and boisterous dudes laughing and joking about how he's going to get what the hell's the same people that this guy sitting in the restaurant happens to be a big fan of. And he didn't get any video of this? I don't know. I don't know.
They openly discussed that regardless of whether their application as foreign lawyers to physically represent Miss You Know Who.
Oh, absolutely, Amanda.
Now he goes on to say Miss
It's
You Know
absolutely
Who
full time.
/ Miss Nasty Gal. So now he's referring to a female. Now the question is he referring to Lynette? The question is he referring
You're
to
right.
Amanda
You're right,
Martin?
JM.
The question is, who is Miss Nasty Gal? Because in my book, they're both nasty.
Janet Jackson.
In my book, they're both Mrs. You Know Who. But we don't know who it is right now. On a fee contingency basis, they would be granted while a trial is going on as hoped. But if not, would prevent their suing Mr. and Mrs. Hales. Well, we have another issue there because there is no Mrs. Hales. And while I realize that many go, Jeremy, you and George aren't married. You act like you're married. No, we're not married.
You know what though? I will say it's like, that's kind of an oversight. Yeah, marriage is certificate. It's between you and somebody else. Hey, Lefty, what's up? But I mean, remember there used to be common law marriage used to be a big thing. So, I don't know. I mean, I would call her Mrs. Hales, right? If you saw like, oh, here are the Hales. I mean, the show is What the Hales, right? I mean, I look at them as being married. I don't know why I feel so stupid now. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop talking. Gosh, I feel so dumb.
That has not happened. All right. Even though many of you think, whoa, you went to Egypt. You got secretly married in Egypt.
Nobody secretly gets married in Egypt.
Okay, well, there's a lot of things that you guys think that isn't reality, but let's keep going on. Wait, did this happen? Did something?
My cousin got married. My first cousin got married. We just went to Egypt to attend the wedding.
Okay, all right. Sometimes I fall asleep and things change when I wake up, so I just wanted to double check with George. Okay, I am of the impression
that's what got Bill Cosby.
Canadians. Remember when we went to Egypt and our tour guides told us to make sure that we're Canadians because American citizens weren't accepted. The reality is they get begged for money, and if we were Canadian, they didn't want the
Boom.
Canadian dollar.
Absolutely,
they wanted
right?
the American dollar. So he just said, "Say you're Canadian." We said, "Canadian, eh?" That's what we told him. All right, I'm in the impression that the Caucasians are Canadians, also lawyers, and they will be the ones pushing the application to practice in Florida. So right now we're receiving this email stating that there are 8 men, 6 of them Indian and Pakistani, who speak Hindi, and 2 Canadians that speak English, and they're all going to try to be lawyers for Miss Nasty here in Florida. Yet I haven't a clue when they applied or how it's progressing. They rallied a while against bad Canadian politicians and their great leader. I'm not into Canadian politics. I've never been in politics in the United States either, so I have no idea who the great leader is. I don't know. These men intend to prevent the trial from continuing to waste time and are already positioned to immediately move forward upon being approved to represent Miss Nasty Gal again. Is that a code? Miss Nasty Gal. So MNG. I mean, you don't realize any code in that or anything, do you? Miss Nasty Gal. Miss Nasty Gal. Miss Nasty. MNG. I mean, I can't get Amanda Martin from that, and I can't get Lynette from that. And those are the only 2 nasty gals that I can think of right now. Miss Nasty Gal, and filing a lawsuit with all the bad objectives attached for $50 million. perhaps even higher, and a lien on all assets. The obvious top dog suggested. Well, the great news is nobody can put a lien on anything because I don't own anything. So doesn't even matter. Even in a lawsuit, I own nothing. It's all in LLCs and it's all protected in LLCs and trusts. So it doesn't matter. You can sue me all you want. You'll never be able to get anything. I don't even get a paycheck. So let's see what else he has to say. He assured the others that it didn't make a difference whether they were able to get in while the trial was still ongoing or on a post-trial filing that would not negate suing Mr. Hales for slander, libel, and an emotional harm inflicted, etc. in both states, saying they would stick Mr. Hales with repeatedly making threats to beating and actually put an S at the beginning of that. Actually assaulting Miss Nasty Gal. Well, let's look at that for a second. Slander, libel, there is nothing there because everything I share is truth and I have all the information to back that up. So that's non-existent. Now, on the other hand, there is a lawsuit. As a matter of fact, Lynette was just served today. She's being sued, not in Levy County courts. And Crook is not being sued in Levy County courts. They're both being sued in the federal courts now because of their actions, their words, not me being sued because of my actions or my words. Everything I've done has been legal, but we'll keep going on. Okay. Wow. This email says that they said I was again, you got to put an S at the beginning of this. This is YouTube. Actually assaulting Miss Nasty Gal. Okay, let's keep going on. They were laughing, toasting frequently. And when the top dog said, and I don't know if the top dog is Indian or Canadian. We don't have clarification on that either, but this is something we might want to know. When the top dog said that if the $50 million amount is deemed excessive by the courts, then at the very least, he was confident they could sue and have all of Mr. and Mrs. Hale's assets seized and force a settlement for $30 million or more if they're primary and layered lawsuits and if they find other venues, not just in 2 states. Getting back to the maps. Okay, so we're going for 50. So they're going after me for Miss Nasty Gal for 50 million. Then if that doesn't work, they're going for 30 million or more in multiple states on different layers and levels. Okay. George, what in the world are you thinking right now? Seriously.
I mean, the biggest thing is how and why Levy County Sheriff treated it the way they did.
Yes. Okay, so we were talking about that a little bit earlier, remember? It's like, so the Levy County sheriff, hang on here, which one am I doing? I'm gonna mess this up. There you go. They had to take it legitimately because it's what if it's not something fake, right? But where does this go? It seems like to me it should go to the FBI. I think that's what I would ask the sheriff. I'd say, have you told this to the FBI? Because this is international. I mean, this is a little bit more than... Remember, okay, have you guys ever seen the movie Porky's? Okay? Remember, Porky's took place in Florida. Okay? That's what I imagine the sheriff in Porky's is what we're dealing with here. I'm sorry. But anyway, just remember that. So... yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Homeland Security. Well, what are they going to do? Oh. Can anyone help me on how I should start my first video and live for my channel? Yes. Say hello. That's how you start. Everything else is up to you getting over the fact that you're sitting there looking into a camera, talking to yourself. That anybody in the world can later see. Yes. Porkies. Oh. Hold on, wait a second. Who said showing my age? Let me tell you what. Porky's is a classic movie. You know what? I saw Gone with the Wind. Doesn't mean I saw it in the theater. Oh, I'd like to see it in the theater. That'd be really cool if they bring it back.
Email was received to. Why would they serve it to you? Why would they give you a copy of the email while we're in the middle of a meeting with your back turned, sitting in the front? Exactly how did they know where you sat, where you were at the time? That's the biggest question.
They're doing cop stuff. That's
the
how.
Levy County Sheriff's Office handled it.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can call the lieutenant after this, because I think they're going to get a copy of this for sure. Here we go. Getting back to the maps, these men loudly talked about where, when, how to best unalive. You can see the word
so
right
cool.
here, but unalive.
That's cool. You're a forensic
Where,
genealogist.
when,
That's awesome.
and how to best unalive Mr. and Mrs. Hales in a manner that Miss Nasty Gal, here comes Miss Nasty Gal again, could claim she's an innocent near-miss victim who can remain free and harmless, preferred when out of Florida. Preferably when out of Florida. So maybe at Hale's headquarters, which Miss Nasty Gal, if this is Lynette, posted and doxed all of our addresses in a malicious intent. So I'm not sure how you can get out of that harmlessly, but let's keep going on. Oh, by the way, Marla Hughes would be held liable as well because she...
Sorry to stop you like that. You guys, I do have a soft spot in my heart for anybody who wants to start streaming. I used to be really good about, hey, look at this. Hang on real quick. Idaho, Mama Bear, I'm guessing you're from Idaho. It's not, you guys, okay, wait, nobody has seen Star Wars? Y'all, I saw Jaws. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw Easy Rider. Okay. What's the, I saw every Elvis movie. I didn't see any of them in the theater. They're just awesome movies. That's like saying I watched Bambi and it shows your age. No, it doesn't. I never saw Bambi. I'm too young for that. But I want to say Traveling Fools here has a good point. Check out Traveling Fools channel. He's going to be live tonight at 10:30. And I suggest everybody go say hi to him. Man, they're just fun, cool, laid back. He's originally from Florida. He may be able to help out here, tell you guys a little bit more insight. But here, like I said, I have a soft spot for anybody who wants to learn how to stream, because that means that you have this desire in you to say something. If you don't want to be on video, you don't have to. I was a avatar for a year. That was me right there. That's how I did every show. I did 3 videos a day, every day. And then I started doing lives 2 years ago this Friday. Friday Night Lives, one of the first lives I ever did. Anyway, yeah, just go there and do it. If you don't want to do that, YouTube, which is a wonderful platform for all this, I started doing a podcast. You can podcast, and I actually like podcasting better. If you go to wait a second, it's not in there, is it? You go to any of the podcasting platforms, and you'll see and there's a description on there. I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on Amazon, Google, Spotify. I haven't updated in about a month. Sorry. I have so many videos to upload. But anyway, you can go. I have a discount code in there. I use it's Podcaster. They changed the name. It used to be what was it? Anyway, Spotify bought the company. It all goes through Spotify. It's Spotify podcasting. It's incredible. It's easy, and that's where I would start. If you want to get practice and sound good stuff, have people tell you stuff. Spotify podcasting. Sorry, y'all.
She did the same with malicious intent.
By the way, I don't encourage people to become
and
content
others.
creators
John
anymore.
He's done the exact same. There's 3 right there.
That's for another show.
Legally liable. Seriously legally liable. As a matter of fact, I'll make sure I share that with the lieutenant, as we call him after this. Okay. And also discussed were okay, it's misspelling. Also discussed were which buildings should be burnt, only one, all of them, whether to do this when occupied or unoccupied. All of this happening in Hong Kong, on the other side of the world, with 8 men, apparently. As mentioned above, I was inside with my friend for almost 4 hours. Okay, here's my first question. If you're hearing this in Hong Kong and listening for 4 hours, is there a recording? I want a recording. I mean, you can't just sit there and go, no, I didn't record.
I mean,
There's got to be a recording. And so we're desperately trying to get him.
And they're still at this restaurant, right? 4 hours in a restaurant. Here's what I want to know. So, Donald, what'd you order? What'd you have to eat? What'd your server look like? What was the total of your bill? That's what I want to know. Think about that.
In touch with this individual to try and get the recording. Then the men discussing the Hale's legal situation were already there and had just finished eating when we arrived, which is when the maps I mentioned came out, and their talk soon changed from who had the youngest put an S at it, when their talks became who had the youngest ex-partner of the moment, in parentheses, one had an 8-year-old female and a 7-year-old boy. Listen, if this is some twisted joke, this is horrific. This is beyond horrific. And if this is some twisted joke, we are going to pursue legally as well. This is not okay. Now, if this is reality, this is horrific. And this is gut-wrenching, and we will pursue legal avenues this way as well. The more toast while passing around photos and then a loud discussing of Mr. Hale's began again. I don't know their names. My friend, a frequent customer who likes to meet people at JoJo's, a great Indian cuisine. All right, so we got some information now. My main private investigator, which we're not going to move the camera over, is next to me. JoJo's in Hong Kong. So JoJo's Indian restaurant in Hong Kong, because he states he's in Hong Kong, and JoJo's is J-O space J-O apostrophe S. JoJo's, a great Indian cuisine. Spoke with the hostess, but had no luck. She informed him she would lose her job if she gave out the names. I smilingly requested business cards, and the men said they forgot them. Whomever you may be, he doesn't think that he's talking to Jeremy Hales in this email right now. And many people don't think that they're talking to us, because we do have employees and we do need a lot of help with managing everything. And most content creators hire third-party businesses to manage all of their communication and their posting, for example, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Most content creators, most YouTubers actually hire that all out third party to do everything for them. Whomever you may be, please inform Mr. Hales. I will make myself available to further discuss this matter when Mr. Hales and I chat. Me, I'm just a boring old man now and on my own. I'm a young 76-year-old semi-retired entrepreneur. I'm a non-vet and I'm still stuck in Hong Kong. I lost everything after giving a politically incorrect answer to a German news people who approached me, an obviously foreigner, many years ago for a street interview, asked who should lead the Chinese into the future, and I replied that the Chinese citizens can do this. Wrong. I didn't mention I didn't say wrong. He said wrong in his email. I didn't mention by name the party bosses whom the gold stars on the blood red flag currently represent, and only they can lead Chinese. Oh well, bummer. Oh my goodness, you found it. It exists. It exists. All right. Well, this just put some more validity. That's not a word, but I tried. This may be a little bit more valid. Here is JoJo Indian
Validity.
Cuisine, 21.
I can pronounce that one.
Nin Street,
I can't pronounce
Sakong,
cavalry.
Hong Kong.
Cavalry.
And the numbers match up with the number he gave us. Okay, so the restaurant exists. The restaurant actually exists.
Okay, I think I'm time to fast forward to where he calls this guy, because when he started talking about the Chinese flag and the Chinese people and all that stuff, I'm like, this guy kind of sounds like he doesn't like gold fringe on American flag. Nothing, I mean, I'm not getting into political arguments or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, I like to hear this guy. So what do you guys say? We fast forward here to listen to the guy himself, Donald. Oh wait, there he is. He's on the phone. Okay, hang on. There we are.
The Levy County Sheriff. We're trying to get a hold.
Not you again. Put the AI in this guy. Let's find out who the hell he is. Set it for 90 levels. That'll get us a few thousand people.
What are you talking about?
Excuse me?
What are you talking about with AI right now?
What language were you using? Who in the hell are you? Who in the hell are you? You know who I am.
Is this Donald?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Jeremy Hales.
Nice to talk with you, sir. How do you do?
I'm a little concerned. Can you tell me what's going on?
By the way, why were you using Chinese, or why was there Chinese at the beginning of this?
There was no Chinese, but you did say some things such as put the AI on it. I heard that, but I didn't even speak.
Right, because, I mean, seriously, we had, 6 seconds, 7 seconds of Chinese, and then I hit it with that, and that usually spooks them away. Okay, sir, I don't have any AI. Hell, what can I say? All right.
That made me sick to my stomach. That was weird. I've been on a lot of phone calls. Guys, look, man, I've got like over 1,600 videos now, I think. I talk a lot. That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Holy cow, what is that? That's at 31 minutes. Holy cow, man, that was creepy. You know why it's creepy? Because I'm invested. Look, I love you guys. Okay, like I've always loved the chat, right? But y'all, that's really creepy. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I don't know why, man. It turned my stomach. It's like I got something that's just grinding in there.
Definitely. Now, this is a situation here. They've been talking to you know who.
Who's you? Now, I don't know
No.
you. Who you know who? Who's you know who?
Well, who is, the nasty gal,
Okay, yeah, if you don't use names, I don't know who you're referring to.
Well, I'm also online, and I don't even know the names of these guys. I just know they were 6 Indian and Pakistani attorneys. They were sitting next to us. There were 2 guys I think were Canadian. all were attorneys, and they were talking about having spoken to, what is it, Lynette, Michelle, whoever you want to call her,
Okay.
and that they had filed, they were in the process, I don't know the progress, and they had filed as foreigners to come into the USA and then Florida. Well, they could come in, obviously, and practice law in Florida and then represent her.
So you're saying that they stated that she contacted them?
I think, no, these are ambulance chasers. I believe these guys are kind of the scum type. And they were laughing their head off. They had just finished their brandy brunch.
You know, I do take offense to that a little bit. These people have college degrees. Then they pass the test. I said they're in one of the top percentage of thinkers in the country. Then they went through a school that's whole point is to weed people out. Okay. And you're saying they're ambulance chasers? Do they even have civil litigation in Hong Kong or wherever he thinks he was? Hong Kong, was it Hong Kong Fui? Hong Kong Fui? What do you... I doubt you. Jeez, man. Jeez. But that AI thing, man, that got me. That's weird. That's super weird.
It's a nice Indian restaurant that my friend is a director in, and so we go there sometimes for me to help him with his English drafts. I'm just what I said at the bottom of the email. Sorry to have taken so long digressing about that. All right, so this occurred less than a month ago, and I had written to
Wait, hold a second. This happened 1 month ago? This didn't happen today?
No, this happened about a little over 3 weeks ago. I've sent emails trying to get them to you. I've asked people online. I didn't tell them what was going on. I just said, please, 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 please. And so I think I probably made 12, 13, 14 attempts to get in touch with you. And I'm embarrassed, I guess, at that note. But the time frame, I have no idea, but I do know this. Okay. What they were talking about doing. Now these, I don't know where to go with this. Satellite maps.
Start at the beginning. Where to go with it is start at the beginning and tell me when this all happened. And let me ask the first question. If I were sitting there, I'd be recording the conversations with my cell phone. Did you record anything?
Couldn't. No, too obvious. No, and my Indian friend, the businessman, all he could do was take some discreet notes, and he talked to the receptionist, part owner, and wanted to know who these people were, and she said she would lose her job. She couldn't tell us, and that's it. So the only two things here is this is factual, no lie, no joke, no exaggeration. They had enough banter back and forth in their vote. You know, all they had fun talking about were the youngest who had the youngest kids they were in bed with. That time.
What?
Okay, let's not talk about that again because that's not appropriate. So let's not bring up that subject.
All right, but you're asking me. You want to go back to the history, Jeremy? Can I call you Jeremy?
Yeah, most people do.
Right.
You can call me whatever you want to. Just
late for dinner.
Okay.
Okay. And at the bottom of the email, you know, I hated to bore you with that digression. That explains a little bit about me. All right. The guys sitting there, it just was coincidence. Now, these tables are long and they're wide, and they can seat 20 people, 10 on each side, none on the end. And they were at the end of that table. Most people had left. They'd already come for the martini and brandy lunches. A lot of expats, the whole bit, and government people there here in Hong Kong, both Chinese and American and other countries. And we were at the beginning of the other 10-person table, and we had basically, you know, it's really wide, really deep, and we were less than 10 feet, I'd say probably 8 feet away from these guys. You could see everything clearly.
8 or 10 feet in a Chinese restaurant? You might as well be in a different zip code.
Well, did you just? So you didn't even sound record. You didn't just leave your phone where it was and sound record.
No, I asked my friend Kevin you know, and he said, no, these are not nice people. He said, you know, just, he loves your online stuff. Everyone does. That's the bottom line. Anyway, on that, he knows who you are in the whole bit, and I asked him why he didn't record. I couldn't. Mine is a 10.5-inch Samsung tablet. I'm surprised I could hear it ring with your call, and there's no way I can get it out and do anything with. It's in my shoulder bag, and he had his own.
You're on a 10.5-inch Samsung tablet calling?
Editing, drafting his drafts. You know, I edit and rewrite them for him, and he's making lots of notes and papers everywhere. But we can hear these guys; they are loud, and it was obvious. And they were naming names, you know, and they were using your name, George's name. They were using Lynette's name, and then at one point they were talking about someone else that they'd been talking to with Lynette. I don't know who he was they were talking to. They just said, so-and-so. I couldn't understand it. Anyway, the thing is they want to be far away. I don't mean to jump over you, Jeremy, but I can't do anything else. We tried. We even talked to the restaurant owner. You had video of so-and-so time on so-and-so day. This was the next morning.
Yeah.
And yesterday, and they said, our video cameras are not working. What? That's typical here. What do you mean? Well, the video cameras are shut off from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. because the clientele don't want to be videotaped. Okay, so that screwed that up.
So you're in Hong Kong right now, right? You're in Hong Kong right now?
Long time in Hong Kong.
Okay, what time is it in Hong Kong right now?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. I've got some rescue cats in my way. It's 6:15 a.m. on Wednesday.
Oh, 6:50. So I woke you up.
Whoa, wait a second. Okay, look, I'm a redneck from Tennessee. You're telling me I'm talking to a guy in Hong Kong, and all of a sudden he starts talking about I've got rescue cats. I'm like, yeah, sure you do, bud. You got dinner.
You up?
No, I'm up all night because I'm doing some emails.
What I want to hear about is the threat.
Okay.
I'm not trying to minimize your story. I'm not trying to minimize the aspect of the children, but the call is for the threat.
And we're on the same side of the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is good. I'm just, you know, and I just wanted to add one quick thing that Cedar Key was okay. A lot of potential there in Otter Creek, but like I explained in my email, you know, I moved on because it was not a good meeting with whatever man came to meet me there. $50,000 permit. Okay. All right. So you've got the gist of it so far. And these guys, and we had a privilege, and no one was in our way. Pardon me, this chair is creaking as I've got these rescue cats trying to get on and off. They think someone's going to talk to them on this phone. They like to talk to the news people. All right. I'm really kind of speechless on this because we hope to get a videotape. There were cameras everywhere. We didn't know the cameras were not on. That was one thing I noticed and already thought I hopefully I can get. If nothing else, I can get a local attorney and I can subpoena this. And I was thinking all that way. But no. And my friend, who's Indian, but he's an entrepreneur. Been in a lot of countries, and he's sharp. But he tried everything. He said he even tried when the receptionist and assistant manager said,
Right, Debbie?
No,
Okay.
he fired. He offered.
Okay, so there's no video. There's no video. Let's get back to the threat, okay? Let's stay focused on the threat because that's the only thing I can do here in Florida. What were the threats?
Okay.
Francis.
Now, again, your satellite map is easy to recognize. They had circled your properties on the paper map, though, not the satellite map.
Okay, what properties? Clarify for me what properties.
When you go on the satellite, you know, it's been a while since I looked at your properties. I think everybody who sees your videos knows your properties. The point I'm making is that, you know, you described it so well, the bad road, the turn, the whole bit, her property, your property.
Okay, so to clarify, you're talking about my Otter Creek property, correct? You're saying they had maps of my Otter Creek property.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, as opposed to what is irrelevant. but Otter Creek properties, definitely. And they were showing, well, let's just leave it at that right now. And then they were discussing, Michelle has to, she uses either name, you say, right?
There's a lot of names, but go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Doesn't want to be there. She has to be safe where she can claim she knew nothing about this. It's, she will give a signal of when you are there and then leave, although she wants to be in North Point or North Fort anyway. And because we're listening to them and they're loud as hell, and I'm trying to think, okay, I'm a Florida boy. I've been in Venice, Siesta Key, the whole bit, in Sarasota, and I'm trying to think, where are they telling each other, or this one guy, the top dog, is telling them that she wants to be at when this goes down. Now, they decided that the best way to do this is have a get caught in the crossfire shootout. But it has to be shooting in both directions. It has to hit her property and buildings, and it has to hit your property and buildings. Got it?
I'm listening.
And they were talking about, is it better to go on motorcycles or go on cars? What do we do? What is the best thing? Well, we'll leave it to, and they call them Jim and Bob, those two guys. And that's all I know about them, other than they had a little bit of an accent, and then they bitched a while about the politics in Canada. And
So Jim and Bob were the two Canadians that you mentioned in the email.
Better than Neil and Bob.
Canadians, because they're
So Jim and Bob are Canadians, but they're in Hong Kong
Malcolm.
during this at JoJo's Indian restaurant.
That's right, Melissa Joy.
That's a hell of a coincidence, and it's a good one.
Well, the proper word would be Hales. Hales of a coincidence.
Yeah, no joke. God bless you. And me, anyway. And Hong Kong is reopened. It's even more corrupt than ever before, but that's neither here nor there. It's not unusual. And Canada is doing a really big deal with mainland China. China is what they call it.
Okay, so let's get focused back to the actual threat. I don't need the history of China, and I'm not trying to be rude, because the only thing that I can do about anything is a threat. So the aspects of the threat, you mentioned Jim and Bob, the Canadians that happen to be in Hong Kong. They said they're going to be on motorcycle. Are you claiming that they claimed that they're talking to Lynette?
They're speculating what would be better, vehicle or motorcycles. And they did, excuse me.
Better for what?
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
No, you're okay. Take care of the cat.
Well, she's walking on
She's walking out of the skillet.
Tablet combo, and that might go back. Hey, Sean. And they're girls, and I don't know about others, but in the cat kingdom, they never ever take no for an answer. Okay, so they were deciding what would be the best vehicle, which direction to come from. How can they set up a crossfire? Okay, is it better to drive by in one vehicle and just shoot the place up on both sides after they know she's gone? She's given the signal she's gone. What is the best way? Or do they just come in at night and set fire to the place when it's occupied? Or do they just burn it down when it's not occupied? Or you get the idea. They had this open discussion, and they were toasting each other as they talked about, how to screw this up, screw you up, screw you over, whatever you want to say.
But are they saying this on their own, or are they saying that they're communicating with Lynette? It's a whole different thing.
I didn't mean. Wait. I didn't mean to overlook that. Yes. Okay. They are communicating with her or someone on her behalf.
Okay.
They know her name. They know the situation. They've been watching what's going on online, and they've already talked about what's going on, and they're laughing about it, and they think they can draw it out long enough that maybe they can, they don't want to get in too soon, but they don't want to miss out, so they just decided, okay, let's get into the trial if we can.
Hey, Yamaha.
If not, there's no big deal. They can sue you from anywhere in and out of the trial.
Okay.
Last resort is if you're too strong. The last resort is if you're too strong. They were talking about the lethal option. And which way is best? Fire, bullets, what? How do you disguise the bullets? So it's not a direct assassination thing. How do you keep from implicating Lynette, Michelle, whatever? And You get the point, Jeremy. Now at that point.
Okay, pause right there because I gotta ask you a follow-up question, Donald. Because in the beginning you asked me, because I said, who is Miss Nasty? And you said, well, I don't know her name. But then you told me these individuals were saying her name, Lynette, Michelle. So
Wait a minute. Somehow we got confused.
Yeah, we're confused, Donald, because you're not keeping it up straight. Holy cow. I mean, this is a serious thing. Like, this is why people like, if this is not a legitimate thing, okay, it's why filing a false police report is a crime. And it probably should have tougher sanctions. But I mean, I can't imagine what the Hales are going through right now. And yes, I know that Jeremy and George aren't married, okay, but they're gonna be Hales right now. They're apostrophe S or S apostrophe. Sorry. But anyway, holy cow, man, this is so horrible. And guys, this is stuff that happens every day. Why this case isn't bigger, I don't know. But thank you guys all for coming here and helping me understand this, introduce me to the Hales. What great channel, man. They got the channel I want to have, right? I mean, they are just so cool, having fun, fun employed, man. I love that. I about freaked out when I saw that. But this is
Confused on her talking about that, maybe with the cats. I don't know. But no. I mean, now that you know the names, now that I've got you online, I mean, on the phone, yeah, but they were talking, and for the email and for me to get through with this, I just was calling her, Miss Nasty Gal.
Okay. And then to clarify as well, because you sent the email, you were there listening to this for 4 hours?
Oh, every time we go to JoJo's Indian restaurant, we basically take over a table.
Yeah, to work.
What we do.
Yeah. So you were there but to clarify, you were there for 4 hours listening to this.
Yeah, over 4 hours, actually, listening to them for almost 4 hours, because at one point, 3 of them got up and left, and the photos were put back, and the guys oversized folio attache, and they're shit-faced drunk. That's what they do. Anyway, okay, so yes, and the actual part where we were listening to them talking about you, and then for a while about George.
Okay.
It was probably a good 3 hours. A good 3 hours of that, almost 4 hours.
Okay. And this was 3 to 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to anything else you want? Okay, 1 second, Donald. We're talking over each other. I apologize. Anything else in regards to information that you want to share with me in regards to that?
Well, telling you what's going on, and then you having it's difficult. I realize that, but how do you handle it on your end? One of the things they mentioned was that someone could walk by you, and you would bleed out in 20 seconds. Okay, this is something they do here, and they were talking about doing this. You're waiting in the crowd somewhere where you need to cross, and somebody walks through the crowd, and they do it praying mantis style, where you're next to the curb, you're about to cross, the vehicle's coming in, that they can just, without, like a praying mantis striking out with one arm and push you into the traffic, you get hit. Everybody's freaking out, and nobody's paying attention to who did it. They've already left. Or the other thing is to walk past you quickly, and just stick a long shit into your kidney.
Okay. So you heard them say all of those things.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else?
So he's saying that the people, the Indian Pakistanis, were saying this is how we would do it. We would do it praying mantis style and just shiv him like in prison. Is that? Sorry, I know I had a conflicting thing there. I had the face of like doubt, but in my brain, I'm sitting there going, "Is that what I just heard?" So it's really
Else you want to add to that?
There's nothing else that you've got the gist of it.
Okay.
really well.
And I got your email. So
I don't know.
I have to ask this question, okay? I have to ask this question. And you have to understand that I get contacted by thousands of people every day and different stories every day.
I know.
So I don't know you from anybody, Donald. You're telling me you're in Hong Kong right now, and I have to ask qualifying questions. Number one, are you on any medications?
Well, different type 2 diabetes. I don't do
Okay.
drugs. I don't do banned substances. I don't smoke. I
Okay.
don't really drink. Maybe I'll go have
So nothing that would cause hallucinations or alter, your thought process or anything along those lines.
I'm not a wannabe. I'm not screwed up.
I gotta qualify whether the information is viable or not.
It's
I don't know
amazing.
you from anybody. You could be the greatest guy in the world. You could think I'm the greatest guy in the world, but I don't know who I'm talking to be able to move forward with this. So I have to pre-qualify.
It's amazing how many people that you're like, crazy, he's like, "Oh, I'm not crazy." It's amazing how many people that will just tell you flat out like, "Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm on antipsychotic medicines, but I haven't taken them for a while and I feel great."
And go, are you okay? Have you ever been diagnosed with any mental conditions whatsoever?
No. And by the way, because
What?
I have type 2 diabetes, I'm regularly checked, and because I'm pretty much blind, I can still function well.
There you go.
I said no to laundering drug money and contraband money, and they actually killed me. My life was saved, but I had a stroke after that, and I became blinded.
Okay.
Because the doctors didn't believe in any time. They said the golden window is an American lie.
Okay. How do you get to JoJo's Indian restaurant?
He's diabetic. He didn't take cartel money, so they killed him. But then he came back to life. But then he's blind because the doctors didn't believe in the American golden window. Yo, I'm going to have a hard time remembering all that. I didn't write it down. Instead of buckle up, you better sharpen up your pencils.
Oh, shit. All I know is when I take the train into Wan Chai.
Okay, so you take the train to get there. Okay. And can you give me the approximate date when this all happened?
By the way, going back to what I was saying.
We couldn't get the date.
The Wan Chai Police Department, the next day also. And
Okay.
I said, yesterday the cameras went on. What can we do? Is there anything to do from the street? Whatever we can give you the street. No, sorry, we don't do that. And that's it.
Okay,
But
so
the approximate date, just say between 3 and 4 weeks ago. That's probably
3 and 4 weeks ago.
I'll ask Kevin what date he thinks it is.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, Donald, just so you know. Number one, I'm going to share all of this with the Levy County Sheriff. And there's the Levy County Sheriff that actually shared your email with me, okay? Number two...
I just sent Mr. Drummond, I just sent him a copy of my email to you.
I don't know who Mr. Drummond is, but...
Wait, hold on, Mr.
Are you talking about one of the sheriff deputies? Well, don't even worry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share our conversation with the Levy County Sheriff, and then I'm also going to broadcast this conversation on the channel because information is my protection in all reality. So
I need to...
Mr. Drummond was different strokes. That's Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Right? Isn't that Archie or whatever the kid's name was?
Yeah, I need discretion also. By the way, the man in the sheriff's department was Scott, S-C-O-T-T, Tuman, T-U-M-M-O-N-D.
yes, Lieutenant. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share our conversation with him, and then that way the conversation is made public because public conversation equates into protection in all reality. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. You can always email me at whatthehales@yahoo.com if you come up with any more information. And I appreciate you reaching out and sharing with me.
Yeah, I have nothing else.
Okay.
Like I say, I'm a kid abused by Catholic priests, and nobody will help me over there. I'm not asking for help from you. Don't worry about that.
No,
Wait, hold on. Did he just say I'm a kid with cats abused by a Catholic priest? Long time, Ghostry. How you doing? Need to find the golden window. Yeah, golden window is a lot better than golden shower. All right, let's see what we got here.
I don't think that, but that's really private information that if we knew each other a long time, it'd be one thing for us to talk about that and come up with a situation. But you and I have never met face to face. It's just an email, and wait until you can trust a person to share those things with them. You know what I mean? And maybe you feel like you know me to be able to trust and share those things with me, but I'm not ready to hear those things.
Jeremy, no. And we're both nice guys, so when someone pushes the wrong buttons, we can both become assholes really fast.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Donald, I appreciate you getting in touch with us, and we're going to get in touch with the Levy County Sheriff.
And that's all I can do. And as I've told you, I've checked other avenues with this, other ways, and just zilch.
Okay.
Sir, you take care. God bless.
We're at the Levy County Sheriff's Station right now. We were going to take the video footage and emails and give that to them, but the office is closed, and I didn't want to interrupt them with more important things to say, hey, come to the schoolhouse. I was just going to bring it to them, but I think what I'm going to do is just come first thing in the morning.
That's awesome. Holy cow. Guys, let me show you. I thought, we would not get through that, and I was going to be like, oh, look, this is the last video they did where it looks like they had fun. I want to watch this one. Holy cow. Holy cow. What did we just listen to? I was listening to it earlier, but I didn't catch it like this. Yeah, this is what's so great about chat, man. This is what's so great about chat. You guys are the best. Holy cow. By the way, guys, before we forget here, one, I've got to do Texas Jen's dances. And, thank you, Nurse Titi. Look at this. Hold on, I can't do it. Where is it? Thank you, Nurse Titi. I appreciate that. Yes, please subscribe, guys. It feeds my inner ego. Yes, and you know what, Sarah? We do fun videos here, okay? That is what... Listen, I know you guys heard me talk about a lot about this because I don't know if I'm gonna. Every day, I'm always like, am I gonna be blessed again with this algorithm? These great folks, they're gonna come back and listen to me, some jabroni, banter on about stuff that I really don't know that much about. Friday nights, do a live show right here, 9:05 is when it starts stuff, right? 9 p.m., whatever. Friday Night Live, come by here, and it is the way you kickstart your weekend. No drama. Just fun. You know what? It's a lot of Texas Jen's favorite things. Texas Jen is also, she's a super mod, and let's see, where is that's not it. Did I take it down, Jen? Did I take it? Nope. She is the queen of the saying, size effing matters. Remember that when you see her. And yeah, it's Friday night. So this is
Okay, just listen, man. Listen, I think the Friday night thing is a great idea in theory, but maybe just get a lot of people on a stream. No drama on a Friday and see how it goes.
Thank you, Texas Jen, for the gifts earlier, for gifting the memberships. And it does. Miami Spies agrees with that statement. This guy sounds like a scam, like being trying to be good or looking out for Jeremy and George. And that bits of his sob story, milk money out pity. That is so true, guys. It is. Those of you, if you ever think about doing a stream, I'll tell you what, your first 50 people you have subs, you will have somebody giving you that story trying to hit you up. That is what the low laying grifting does. Usually bigger channels, they kind of leave them alone, but they don't. Still. So let's see here. Debbie R. Much love. Hang on, wait. Where's that go? Much love. The expert, I need to jump to. Hey, Debbie, I'm getting ready to end this and send everybody over to MG Laws. I gotta go see my buddy, Traveling Fools, and then I'm gonna jump into MG Laws. It's a big night around here. We are having a good time. Y'all, thank you so much for coming by. We will talk about this more with MG Live. And yes, so guys, remember, I love you. Please hit that sub button. I will see you in a little bit. Okay? And don't forget, you got to put some dancing shoes out there. You got to have a good time because nobody's got what?
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.